This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1490. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Another day, another show. Next week, 1,500, many more to go. There's so much to learn about job hunting. You know, it only took me 40 years of doing search to get to the point where, well, I'll just simply say I've been putting out a lot of information for a long time and learning a lot as I go along. First as a headhunter, helping people find work. Now as a career and leadership coach, doing much the same, but adding the piece on about helping people be effective in their career. Today's search, let me try that one again. Today's show is about one of those stupid job search mistakes that people make that is deadly. It is deadly to your candidacy, believing it's in the bag. Hope you find it helpful and give it a great review in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen. And by the way, have you taken my classes on Skillshare? Skillshare is a site where there are so many classes that you can take on a host of different subjects, not just simply mine, but thousands of other topics, professional, personal. And if you decide to join the site and use the link in the show notes, you get 2 months of free instead of just one. So I hope you join. I hope you take my classes there. And in the meantime, let's get going, okay? I want to talk with you about one of those stupid job search mistakes that I was reminded of by listening to a podcast this morning. It was talking about, in the world of sports, the humbling defeat of the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. Now, I want to be clear that they didn't speak in these terms. They described the situation as the Falcons are up 28-3. It's the middle of the third quarter. They are destroying the New England Patriots. And the fans are celebrating. They never talk about the players celebrating or thinking it's in the bag. But I know that in job hunting, that there are people who at a certain point in the process think it's in the bag and they ease up. And in the course of easing up, they make stupid mistake after stupid mistake, or one critical one that proves so costly. I remember when I was a beginning recruiter back in the Stone Ages, when I was still working for an agency as a beginner. So it's in my first year and a half in business. And I remember hearing this story about a guy who had interviewed at General Foods, which at that time was a behemoth consumer products firm that made, lots of cereal products and well-known products. And this was a talented technical guy, well-spoken, great appearance. He's been in for all day of interviews. He's been there since 8. He's finally meeting the director of MIS, which at that time, that was the title for the top guy in IT. And he's there and he's talking to this person, and they ask him, so why are you looking for a why are you looking for a job right now? And the response, in his cocky, arrogant manner was, I want to work in a better organization. Right now, I work with a bunch of, and I apologize to those of you who fit this category. These were his words at the time. I work with a bunch of Slavs and Indians, and I want to work with a better class of people. Suffice it to say, the director had the good sense to escort the person out the door immediately. And he went, I understand what's going on. Well, you just presented yourself as a racist, and you also presented yourself as demeaning to people who had worked their way up. And thank goodness you got escorted out. And that's what happens when you let your guard down and you think you have it in the bag. Sports is a great humbling vehicle for so many who in their arrogance believe everything is fine, everything is good, and are taught pretty quickly that when they ease up, the other team comes back, the opponent comes back and destroys them. Don't make that kind of a mistake. You are always selling until the time you are in the ground. Because the reality is, once you're on the job, selling your ideas occurs, right?
You have to sell yourself constantly, or else you're just another person who works there and there's nothing special about you. You are always selling. You never let your guard up.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 6,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. If you want the best of my advice, join JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I've curated information with a focus on interviewing. If you decide to take the lifetime membership at the site, it's $299 currently, but that's the price of a coaching session or an hour of coaching from me, and I'll be giving that to you if you join with a lifetime membership. Have a few questions? Contact me through the Magnify app for iOS or PrestoExperts.com, where you can call me. Schedule a specific time with me through chat on Magnify or by connecting with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected on LinkedIn, you can message me about coaching you, scheduling a time for Magnify or Presto Experts, speak with me about a resume or LinkedIn profile critique, help you with a salary negotiation or my trusted advisor services, and much, much more. Like you, I don't work for free. I do charge for what I do. You can take my classes on Skillshare and become a premium member using the link in the show notes and receive 2 months for free instead of just the one that the site offers. Skillshare offers thousands and thousands of courses, not just simply mine, on a host of different subjects that can help you in many different ways. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's free to the first 250 people who join and is focused on helping you do better at work. Information is shared daily, and we're attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in at this point. So I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!